Hey everyone, and welcome back to Yatharth Television. If you've ever dreamt of stepping into your own backyard and picking a juicy, sun-ripened mango or a sweet, fragrant guava right off the tree, then you are in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the art of fruit tree cultivation, specifically tailored for the diverse climates of India. From the Himalayan foothills to the tropical south, we've got the secrets to help you grow a thriving home orchard. So grab your gardening gloves, and let's get started. First things first, let's talk about choosing the right tree for your region. This is probably the most crucial step if you're in the cooler northern states like Himachal Pradesh or Uttarakhand. Apples, pears, and cherries will be your best friends. They need that winter chill to produce fruit. Moving towards the central plains of Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh, think guava, pomegranate, and bear. These are tough trees that can handle the heat. And for my friends in the warm, humid south, like Kerala or Tamil Nadu, the world is your oyster. Mangoes, jackfruit, bananas, and papayas will flourish. Always try to source your saplings from a local nursery. They'll have varieties that are already adapted to your specific area, which gives you a huge head start. Alright, you've got your perfect sapling. Now, where do you plant it? Find a spot in your garden that gets at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight every day. Fruit trees are such worshippers. Good drainage is also non-negotiable. If your soil is heavy clay, you'll want to amend it by mixing in sand and compost to prevent waterlogging, which can lead to root rot. Dig a hole that's twice as wide and just as deep as the root ball of your sapling. Gently tease out the roots before placing it in the hole, and make sure the graft union, that little knobby part on the lower trunk, stays above the soil line. Backfill with the amended soil, press it down firmly, and give it a really good, deep watering. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of care, watering and feeding. For the first year, your young tree is thirsty. Water it deeply every 2 to 3 days, especially during the dry season. As it gets older, you can reduce this, but always check the top few inches of soil. If it's dry, it's time to water. When it comes to fertilizer, think of it as a seasonal meal plan. Right before the growing season, usually just after winter, is the best time to apply a balanced organic fertilizer, like well-rotted cow manure or vermicompost. This gives the tree the energy it needs to push out new leaves and flowers. You can give it another light feeding after the fruiting season to help it recover. Remember, over-fertilizing can be just as bad as under-fertilizing, so always follow the package instructions. Pruning is another essential task that scares a lot of beginners, but it's simpler than you think. The main goal is to create an open vase-like shape that allows sunlight and air to reach every part of the tree. This helps with fruit ripening and reduces the risk of fungal diseases. The best time to prune most fruit trees in India is during their dormant season, which is typically in late winter. Just before the new growth starts, you'll want to remove any dead, damaged, or diseased branches first. Then, look for branches that are crossing over each other or growing inwards towards the center of the tree and snip them off. Always use clean, sharp pruning shears to make a clean cut. A little trim each year goes a long way in keeping your tree healthy and productive. Finally, let's talk about pests and diseases, the unavoidable challenge of any gardener. The key is vigilance. Regularly inspect your trees for any signs of trouble, like discolored leaves, strange spots, or of course, pesky insects. Many common issues in India, like powdery mildew or aphids, can be managed with simple organic solutions. A spray made from neem oil is a fantastic all-purpose, natural pesticide and fungicide that works wonders. Promoting biodiversity in your garden by planting flowers that attract beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings will also create a natural defense system. A healthy, well-cared-for tree is always your best defense against pests and diseases. Growing your own fruit is an incredibly rewarding journey, filled with learning and delicious results. It takes patience, but that first bite of a fruit you've grown with your own hands makes it all worth it. I hope this guide gives you the confidence to start your own fruit tree adventure. If you have any questions or want to share your own gardening tips, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next one. Happy gardening! Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's close to my heart and probably yours too, growing your own delicious fruit trees right here in India. From juicy mangoes in the summer to sweet guavas in the winter, our country's diverse climate offers a fantastic opportunity to create your very own home orchard. But where do you start? It might seem daunting, but I promise, with a little knowledge and care, you'll be harvesting your own fresh fruit in no time. In this comprehensive guide, we'll cover everything from choosing the right tree for your region to watering, fertilizing, and pruning. So grab your gardening gloves and let's get growing. First things first, let's talk about selection. The key to success is picking a fruit tree that thrives in your specific climate. India is incredibly diverse, from the cool hills of Himachal to the tropical coasts of Kerala. If you're in the north, apples, peaches, and plums are excellent choices. For the hot and humid plains, think mango, guava, and jackfruit, and in the south, papaya, banana, and sapota or chiku will flourish. Do a little research on local varieties. They are often more resistant to local pests and diseases and are perfectly adapted to your soil and weather conditions. A quick visit to a local nursery and a chat with the staff can give you invaluable insights. Remember, a happy tree starts with the right choice. Once you've brought your new tree home, it's time for planting. Location is everything. Your fruit tree will need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight every day, so pick the sunniest spot in your garden. The soil should be wet. If you have heavy clay soil, you'll want to amend it with sand and organic compost to improve drainage and add nutrients. Dig a hole that's twice as wide and just as deep as the root ball. Gently place the tree in the hole, making sure the graft union, that's the bumpy part near the base of the trunk, is well above the soil line. Backfill the hole with the soil you dug out, pat it down gently to remove air pockets, and give it a deep, thorough watering. Now, let's discuss watering. This is where many new gardeners go wrong. Young trees need consistent moisture to establish their root systems. Water them deeply 2 to 3 times a week for the first few months, especially during dry spells. A good rule of thumb is to check the top 2 inches of soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. As the tree matures, you can reduce the frequency. Overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering, leading to root rot. The goal is to keep the soil consistently moist, not waterlogged. Mulching around the base of the tree with organic matter like dried leaves or straw can help retain moisture and keep weeds at bay. Next up is feeding your tree. Fruit trees are heavy feeders and need a regular supply of nutrients to produce a bountiful harvest. Start with a good quality organic compost at the time of planting. After that, you can fertilize your tree 2 to 3 times a year. A balanced fertilizer with nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium is ideal. The best times to fertilize are at the beginning of the growing season in early spring, and again after the fruiting season is over. This gives the tree the energy it needs for new growth and to prepare for the next cycle. Always follow the instructions on the fertilizer package and water the tree well after applying. Finally, let's touch upon pruning. Pruning might seem scary, but it's essential for the health and productivity of your tree. The main goals are to remove any dead or diseased branches, improve air circulation, and allow sunlight to penetrate the canopy. For most fruit trees, the best time to prune is during the dormant season, which is usually in late winter. This encourages vigorous new growth in the spring. You want to create an open, vase-like shape. Don't be afraid to make cuts, but always use clean, sharp pruning shears. Proper pruning not only leads to better fruit, but also helps prevent diseases. And there you have it, your complete guide to getting started with fruit tree cultivation in India. It's a journey of patience and care, but the reward of biting into a fruit you've grown yourself is absolutely priceless. Don't be discouraged if you face challenges along the way. Every gardener does. Just keep learning and observing your trees. I hope this video has inspired you to plant a fruit tree of your own. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gardening tips. Happy gardening!